Hey Amrita.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
All right, dying the
Okay, so
heat.
uh, I know it says both the locations are London, United Kingdom right now, but just to
Yeah,
clarify if people are watching, I'm in
yeah.
Stanford, California, and where are you?
I'm in Singapore, which is in Southeast Asia, 12 hours behind your
Beautiful
time.
Singapore.
So, sorry, in front of you. Yeah, you've been to Singapore, haven't you?
Yeah, Singapore is, as far as I'm concerned, the cleanest, most beautiful, and the safest place I've ever seen.
Yeah, too clean, I think.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too clean and it's
It's
maybe a
so
little bit
organized
too
and so
safe.
disciplined.
Yeah, it is. And a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know that there's four different races staying over here. A majority are Chinese, and then the Malays and the Indians and the Eurasians. And we were formerly colonized by the British people. That's why we speak perfect English over here. And English is actually our first language, which comes as
Hmm.
a surprise to a lot of people out there. Because this tiny
Hmm.
little island, a red dot on the map in Asia. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's very small,
Too
but
small, too
it's one of
small.
the one of the cities I'd always love to visit over and over again. No matter,
So
I never seem to get tired of it.
why not? Seriously, what did you like about this place?
I
Because
don't know.
as far as I'm concerned, there's too much of changes happening in this place.
Yeah, okay. See, that's the thing. As it from a tourist perspective, there's just so much diversity. But I just want to know from like the point of view of someone living there, having lived there all your life. What do you
Yeah.
think about Singapore?
I think Singapore was a beautiful place 10 years ago. Right now, it's just being too congested with too many developments that, I've been staying in London for like 2 years. I come back every year to visit my family. Every year I come back to see something different. Like this year I come back, there's a shopping mall right in front of my house. When did that happen? There's a hospital on the other end. There are shops, new complexes pulled down, something new pulled up again. And I feel that a lot of my childhood has been lost. Memories shadow
Mm,
recognized and have been replaced for further development. I know that modernization is necessary, but how necessary and how much are you willing to push the limits? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot
right.
of people are coming in and out of this country and it's not a permanent place anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
But
good in
hasn't
a
it made
way.
Singapore what it is today?
Yeah, it has, but a lot of people are not really happy and you don't really see that being voiced out in the media because our media is very
No, no,
particular
we
with
don't
the
see
way they
that.
report. No, you don't. You only see good things. You don't really see the other side of it. You don't see the other side of the coin. I mean, yes, it's good. Our education, we have a very good educational system over here where, you know, if you were to ask anyone or talk to anyone, you could pick out a topic and you pick up freely in the English language, or we have the adequate knowledge over there. And that I thank the government for giving us a good education and something to survive on.
Right.
But I think it's become a huge competition over here, and a huge competition on a small island, and we are twice the size of Barbados. And Barbados has a population of 250,000. We have a population of 6.5 million. So just put your
Woo!
imagination to
This is
it.
Asia.
Yeah, it is. It is. It has its good and its bad. The touch wood, we
Oh
don't
yeah,
have any
yeah,
natural
definitely.
disaster. We don't have, I don't know, the crime rate here is pretty low and stuff, and that I'm thankful for. But in terms of creativity and stuff like that, I think the horizons can be pushed a little
Yeah.
bit
So you
further.
said you said creativity, and I know you're a photographer.
Yeah,
Pretty damn good one. How has
too
Singapore
good,
helped you
yeah.
become a photographer?
Um, to be honest, photography started off for me when it was traveling. Not much of me being in Singapore because you're so used to your surroundings that you don't think it's
Yeah.
anything else special. You know what I mean? Though there's a lot of things going on over here, which I see it now
Hmm.
after living away for quite some
Yeah.
time. But how
Hmm.
it's shaped me is there's a lot of budding photographers over here, and I guess in photography there's no right or wrong. You can take anything you want and stuff like that, and no one has the right to question you. But we still do get questioned over here. You know, it could if a photo is controversial, you don't see that being published. You can't have any rights access to it. And that kind of makes me want to take more photographs and challenge the boundaries, if you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, yeah.
how can you lock an artist up and tell them what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do? And I think that's going on in the
Oh
country
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
You can't.
And that pushes our generation. My generation is pretty rebellious to go out further.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Maybe of how Singapore is right now has pushed us to get out overseas to see what's going on and bring back whatever knowledge we can and impart that on
Mm,
people through word of mouth and probably through my photographs as well. I think that's how I found the
mm.
connection between Singapore and the places I've visited, something which I can offer to the people, I guess, you know.
That's great. But
Yeah.
what about? Obviously, we know that like Singapore, in terms of economy and currency, it's like third most stable, and the currency is always growing
Mm-hmm.
in value. But
Mm-hmm.
what about the arts scene? So like budding photographers and the artists. How is the scene in Singapore if they want to come? Or what is your advice?
Well, I would say compared to 5 years ago and now, the art scene has pretty much opened up a little bit more since we've got in a lot of artists from different parts of the world to come down and perform and share in with their talent and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if you're going to be a performance artist and whatsoever, you still need to go through a hell of a lot of permission to get your artwork showcased or whatsoever, especially if you're going to touch on the subject of nudity or example exploring themes of war crimes, rape and stuff like that. You have a very fine line of what do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it? We have
Tolerance, is
sexualized
it?
it. No, not tolerance. What do you call it? Damn, I forgot the word. Okay, anyways, what I
Yeah.
believe is art shouldn't have any boundaries, and over here you have to go through the NAC. Oh my god, this is getting a bit too controversial, but you need to ask permission before you want to showcase your work or before you want to go through any sort of stuff. For example, like this group of performance artists, 5 years
Yeah.
ago, um, the government, okay, not the government, the police, they caught a group of homosexuals. Okay, well, it's still a bit controversial over here in our countries, in Asia and stuff
Right.
like that.
Okay.
And I don't know exactly what happened, but a few of these guys were sentenced to a few strokes of caning, and
Mm.
a lot of people didn't speak up about it or didn't question it, and they just thought it was right. But this group of
Yeah.
artists wanted to find, I mean, how do I say, this group of artists were not really happy with what happened, and they're like, hey, how can you keep quiet about this? This is human rights and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
basically they just went ahead, booked a venue, and they kind of arranged a few slabs of tofu. You know what tofu is? It's a very like soft kind of vegetable, the Chinese kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
vegetable.
Yeah. Of
And this
course.
guy, he stripped himself naked and he put few slabs of red acrylic paint on it, and he used the cane,
Wow.
a rattan cane, and he was naked, and he was just like ripping and lashing each of the tofu to kind of symbolize what this homosexuals have gone through, and that that how do I say it's a not right treatment at all. And someone else,
Yeah. Yeah.
another artist in a shopping center, peed and drank his own urine. I mean, like, it may seem disgusting or whatsoever. And snipped his pubic hair as well. But it's all a
Oh.
different form of connotation of symbolism. It's nothing vulgar, but they're
Yeah.
doing this in the sake of
Of
art.
course.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
this group of artists were caught, prisoned, and fined. And and ever since then, any sort of performance art, you have to request permission, or else
Ah. Okay.
you'll be fined and you could be
Right.
prisoned for,
Okay.
unlawful way of act or whatsoever. So,
That.
these are the kind of things, if artists from abroad are willing to come on to Singapore, you should kind of adhere by the rules and guidelines over here and make sure you
That's
know what you're
very. That's
doing.
very. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
so
Thanks for that. Thanks
it
for
is
that.
interesting. Yeah. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I got a bit too far.
No,
Yeah,
always good to know more. That was a.
yeah.
What about
But it's
uh,
going good. It's going good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard something about you guys having adopted a new kind of English called Singlish.
There's been there
Okay,
for generations lah.
okay. La.
lah. What's English?
Can you just use this? Can you just use the slang and just say a few more things in like Singlish, just so other people know about it as well? Because I didn't know about it before I met you.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool, I need to talk to a Singaporean for this. Can you act being a Singaporean for a while?
Okay,
Since you've
okay.
known me for a while.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
this
do
is,
it.
I'll ask you a few questions and then I'll answer. Okay, have
What's
you
your name
makan
lah?
already?
What is makan?
My name is Amrita leh. Then, how you makan already not?
What is makan?
Makan means eaten. So basically,
Okay.
Singlish is a mix of Malay, which is our national language,
Mhm.
and a
Mhm.
few bits of Hokkien, Cantonese, and a little bit of
Right.
Tamil thrown in as well. And also, we
Okay.
tend to cut our sentences into half. That's English. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think we've spoken quite a bit, already.
Yeah.
Should we? I think
Yeah.
we can talk more again soon, but we'll
Yeah,
cut it off
definitely.
that for
Then I
now.
can get
It's a
everything.
good brief. It's a good brief introduction of Singapore,
Yeah,
Singapore
but I
art
don't
and
I don't want
photography.
people to feel discouraged about sharing the arts over here. It's
No,
doing well now, but just be
we'll have
wary
another
about it.
discussion about the positive aspects of photography, and you can speak more about that.
Yeah, I'll do my point.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks, Amrita.
Okay, take care. Yep, see you. Bye.
Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.